Most of you aren't subscribed. Make sure to slash that subscribe button, as it helps out the channel. Without further ado, following Rengoku as he slurps down a bowl of ramen, he's interrupted by an informant, who sits down to have a meal with Rengoku. Being served another round of noodles, Rengoku learns that at night, people have gone missing, due to a slasher appearing at night. Realizing that the slasher was last seen on the Mugen train, Rengoku and the informant head to the train's location. Cutting to a little girl Fuku, and her grandma, the two chat as Fuku's grandmother asks for Fuku to head home, as it's getting late. Refusing to leave, Fuku states that she must sell bentos to help her parents raise money, and that she doesn't believe the slasher stories going around. Rengoku butts in, asking the two if they know anything about the slasher, but Fuku grows agitated, tossing her bean bun at Rengoku. Devouring the delicious bun, Rengoku puts the two at ease, purchasing the little girl's remaining bentos, allowing the two to close up shop for the night. Making his way to where the Mugen train is stored, Rengoku finds out that the train has been out of service for a while, but it has been repaired after the slasher incident, and should be good to go. Suddenly Rengoku senses a demon. Dashing to the scene, Rengoku sees a demon holding a worker as a hostage. Digging its claws into the hostage, the demon shoots several projectiles at Rengoku, disappearing behind him. Knowing that Rengoku is unable to slash at it, the demon taunts Rengoku's righteous attitude, as he begins to recount one of his victims. Rengoku triumphantly cuts him off, announcing that his previous victim is alive, and that Rengoku will follow the demon to the ends of the earth, if it means that the demon will cause no more pain. Attempting to kill the hostage, the demon's arms are cut off, as Rengoku dashes to the hostages. Seeing an opening, the demon escapes, whilst Rengoku patches the hostage up. Relying on his breathing, Rengoku accelerates after the demon's scent, as we cut to Fuku and her grandmother. Having restocked on bentos, the girl prepares to earn more money, but is scared stiff hearing an unfamiliar voice. Out of the darkness, the demon reveals that he has found his next victim, but before he can reach Fuku, Fuku's grandmother distracts the demon, allowing Fuku to escape. Running on the tracks, Fuku is pinned down by the demon, but before it can harm her, Rengoku charges through the two, saving Fuku, and wounding the demon. Changing targets, the demon attempts to heal off Fuku's grandmother, but is cornered by Rengoku. Before the demon can utter another word, Rengoku takes a stance, revealing his flame-breathing technique, and cuts the demon down. Seeing Rengoku's movements, Fuku's grandmother burst into tears, having seen the exact thing 20 years ago. But Rengoku corrects her, stating that his father was the one that saved her 20 years ago. With the Mugen train back in service, Rengoku bid Fuku and her grandmother farewell, as he boards the train with some of their delectable bentos. Elsewhere, Tanjiro, Zenitsu and Inosuke stumble through the train, running into Rengoku, devouring the bentos. Finishing his meal, the three reintroduce themselves to Rengoku, who invites Tanjiro to have a chat. Seeing an opportunity, Tanjiro asks Rengoku about the Hinokami Kagura dance, but Rengoku sadly doesn't know anything about such a dance. Offering to train Tanjiro himself, Rengoku reveals that there are 5 fundamental breath styles: flame, water, wind, stone and thunder, and that all other styles are adaptations of these fundamentals. Learning that Tanjiro wields a black blade, Rengoku remarks that no Hashira has ever wielded a black-colored blade, but with his training Tanjiro may be the... At first Tanjiro thought Rengoku was quite weird, but he can smell a righteous will emanating from him, which puts Tanjiro at ease. Informing the trio of the disappearances and the rumor of a slasher, the four are interrupted by the conductor. As Zenitsu begins to fear possible dangers and demons haunting the train, Rengoku begins to sense something off. Rising to his feet, Rengoku tells the conductor to stand back, as he knows there is danger nearby. With the lights cutting out for a second, a demon emerges, having hid its body somewhere. Taking a stance, Rengoku performs the flame-breathing first form, easily decapitating the charging demon, and impressing all the onlookers. Sensing a second demon, Rengoku rushes to another carriage, whilst the three follow, but when the four disappear, the passengers suddenly vanish. Having found the second demon, Rengoku draws its attention, but Inosuke dashes in, attempting to claim the demon for himself. Being knocked aside, Inosuke helplessly watches as Rengoku saves an endangered passenger. Putting an end to this, Rengoku reveals his second flame-breathing form, dashing below the demon, and slashing upwards, decapitating it. With the demon disappearing, Tanjiro, Inosuke and Zenitsu praise Rengoku, asking to be his disciple. But as the lights flicker once more, we see the four fast asleep, with no way of realizing this. Elsewhere, the train conductor is speaking to someone. Having put the four slayers to sleep, the conductor begs to be put to sleep himself, hoping to see his deceased wife and daughter again. As a demon's hand drops out of nowhere, it puts the conductor to sleep, turning to four children. Asking for orders, the four children are each instructed to tie ropes to one of the four slayers, but they are to wait a little longer and they are to not make physical contact with the slayers. Following Tanjiro's dream, we see him thrown into a snowy forest, cautious of his surroundings, but he lets his guard down when he sees his younger siblings in front of him, embracing them as he sheds some tears. Back in the real world, we see the four kids tie ropes to attach them to the slayers, all whilst Tanjiro is back with his family, unaware of the children's schemes. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like and comment.